Hello and good morning, everyone. For those new members, new attendees today, warm welcome to you to join our daily 11 a.m. webinar. And for those regular attendees, welcome back. Good to see you again. While we have more people streaming in, I'm just going to launch a poll as usual, okay, to find out how many of you are first-time attendees. And while you're filling that in, I'm going to do a rundown of what we do here every day. Okay, so every day here at 11 a.m., Jin will be walking through with us his thoughts and ideas for a specific currency pair for each day. Monday, we have the Australian and Kiwi dollar. Tuesday, the euro. Wednesday, pound. Thursday, yen and gold. And lastly, today, Friday, we have CAD, okay, and Bitcoin. So usually for Fridays, being end of the week, we do try to have some other things to look at. And currently is Bitcoin. Previously, we have oil. Okay. So today, Jin will be speaking about CAD and Bitcoin. And as he takes us through different time frames, this webinar is going to be very beneficial to both long-term and short-term traders. He will be going through with us what could move prices, some possible trade ideas, and highlighting the potential targets and risks. However, just a disclaimer, any information shared during this session is solely the opinion and views of Jin and not intended to be a direct trade recommendation. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades. Okay, so a short introduction about us. My name is Jonathan and I have known Jin for 5 years, first as a student, then a trader and coach, and now also a business partner. We run LMS Traders where we teach traders like yourself how to trade profitably and consistently, and Forex Briefcase, which is our managed account service where Jin trades an AUM of over 9 million USD on a daily basis. Apart from that, he has also been invited to speak on many stages globally, and in fact, I'm sure one of the reasons why you might come to know about this webinar here is because you might have seen him presenting at an event on a radio session or attended the course previously. Okay, so again, this session every day is completely free, and on top of that, we have additional benefits which I think you will find out later on. Jin is always full of surprises. Okay, just as I pass the time over to Jin, let me just launch one poll to find out how did you guys find out about us. So yep, as they are filling that in, perhaps Jin, you can take it over.
Okay, good morning everyone. Give me a reaction, something to let me know that you're here. Louis has a big thumbs up already. Can't see his face, but can see his thumb. That's awesome. Okay, so it is Jason. Thanks for reminding me. You wouldn't believe it, but I actually just forgot right now that it is our 100th free webinar at 11 o'clock. So we're a century old right now. For those of you who have just joined us this week, I hope that we can do another 100 webinars free, the 200th one, so that we can celebrate 2 centuries. Okay, so I will be, some questions. Some people have been messaging me and asking me what's going to happen after this for 100. Are we going to start charging people for this 11 a.m. webinar? Is it not going to be free anymore after this milestone? No. All right. I'm going to keep this going. This is 11 o'clock webinars going free, absolutely free. Only if you guys keep joining, keep watching, and keep taking actions on the analysis that we're sharing with you here. Okay, don't take this as a nice advertisement break from the day that you just want to watch and listen to my fantastic voice. Take action on what we're sharing with you here. Ask questions. I would say help me, help us. Click share, click like. We are live on Facebook. Do a watch party, do something. Let's get more people on this call. Right now, we're averaging at about 34. Yesterday, we had 60 something people attend. I want to get to 600. I want to get to 600 participants every day. Okay, so let's hope we get to that point. Sound a little bit softer. Oh, sorry, got too excited. All right, so let's go. So someone just asked about the coaching program, the 4-day course. Here's the 4-day course, LCM. Wait, what's the address again? It is the 4-day course.lcms.com.sg. You know, Jinwei is going to put in the link. You know, it is celebrating the 100th currency course special right now. 4-day Kickstarter, getting you through how I trade, sharing with you my exact strategies, the way I trade. The only difference of what happens after this program is I have that 10, I always say 10, but it's more than 10 years experience now. We have all that coaches with all that experience now, more than 30 years in total. The only difference after this 4 days is trading experience. I will be sharing with you everything I know. Okay, I'll be sharing with you everything I know about trading over those 4 days. The only difference from that point onwards is that trading experience, the bump on chair time, looking at the screen. So that one will guide you through as well. I'll be sharing with you this 5 steps on how to trade, looking at news, looking at trends, support, resistance, giving you the indicators to tell you when to enter a trade at a better time. Okay, there is going to be indicators that I have created that I use on a day-to-day basis, that I used to only give it to people who attended my 2-day program in person, where I coach them through the whole process. Now we can't do in-person coaching sessions, so we're doing it online, but I will be giving you all the indicators that I use as well. There's no subscription, there's nothing to pay on the indicators. It's yours to download, to use forever. Okay, the session will be fully online, fully streamed online. When you It's not recorded. Okay, it's not going to be a recording that you watch. So it means that you can ask questions, we can adjust, we can accommodate, we can repeat, we can make sure that you catch whatever you are required to learn. Okay, so it's not something that you just watch as a standard format. What you learn, it's all there. You all already know that, although it is valued, it's not valued at $4,000, it's priced at $4,000, it's valued at a lot more, but because we are doing a 100 webinar special, it is going to be 100% off. Right now, Jinwei is going to put in the coupon code for you. So if you go to the bottom here, you click sign up, you put in your name, your email address, put in all the info, that coupon code right there. Jinwei is going to put it in, type in that coupon code and get it 100% off. That means you don't pay $4,000. You can if you want. I would really enjoy that. Put in a coupon code, you pay $0. You click, you join, it's free. Okay, it's free. So make sure you do that. We are at about 250 attendees already, registered attendees already. We might have to put a cap on it. So make sure you attend as soon as possible, or make sure you register as soon as possible. I don't know when I will draw a line and put a cap on it. So make sure you register ASAP. With that said, okay, I know that you are all registering, so I will stop that share and I'll just check any questions. What platforms are you using in trading? Thomas, I love your questions every day. Thank you for asking questions, and that big smile as well. So what platforms do we use? Well, we use SamTradeFX as a trading platform. What about trading in cryptocurrencies? I don't trade cryptos too much. I do more buy and hold, a bit more like take a bit more risk on it. So I cannot advise you on the cryptocurrency platform there. Okay, good stuff. All right, so let's get started. With that said, go to this, move that away. I would normally tell you about the LMS Traders Club, but I know that most of you already have heard this 100 times right now. So I like saying that, heard this 100 times right now. Facebook has a new format, it's all black right now. So if you are going to join us, make sure you go onto LMS Traders Club on Facebook, click join. It is a private group on Facebook, $49 a month or $199 a year. We share with you a Monday session. This Monday, we have a gold expert coming in telling you about how to invest in gold. On Wednesday nights, we have coaching sessions telling you about how to trade better, all the different tools, all the different methods, all the different strategies that you can use to trade better. The signals that you get on Telegram channel. I know a lot of you came from Telegram, our signal channel, you know. We give you the analysis here. So euro pound sell. Wait, where is it? Euro pound sell. We tell you exactly the reasons behind why we're selling. So it's not just copy a signal. You're actually learning how to trade better. We're telling you exactly step by step why we want to get into the trade. And those 5 steps are exactly what I'll be teaching you over those 4 days. Signals have been generating results at about 60-70% return, 60-70% accuracy. We've been looking at about average of about 600 to 700 pips a month. So that's the kind of things that I'll be teaching you and the kind of results that you could be looking to achieve during those sessions. Okay. We also teach you, in the Traders Club, tell you whether to get out at take profit level 1, 2, or 3. So example here, you jump into euro pound, you look at it and you say, right, I don't know when to get out of a trade. At take profit level 1, we can say, hey, you could close, or hold it to take profit 2. At take profit level 2, we say hold it to 3, right? Take a little bit of risk, maximize on that trade, get out at 60 pips, take profit. Okay, so you could be getting out at 20, 40 or 60. Imagine copying one trade last night, making 60 pips in one trade. Would you like that? If you want to not only follow a trade but learn how to do it, 2 things to do. 1, join Traders Club. 2, make sure you sign up for that 4-day program, which is absolutely free. Okay, so with that said, let's look at Forex Factory. Today, 3 o'clock, well, 2 o'clock onwards, we have some news coming out. Eurozone PMI at 315 onwards. PMI numbers, services, manufacturing, basically giving us an idea of the Eurozone is performing. It's a bit of a leading economic indicator here. I have spoken in quite a bit of detail about this on Wednesday when we spoke, on Tuesday when we spoke about the euro currency. So make sure if you want to know more about these PMI numbers, make sure you watch that video. But we're looking at possibly some average numbers. It's not going to be fantastic. It's going to come out probably a little bit positive. It's going to come out looking quite good, which would mean that we're going to see some continuation of trend in the euro dollar and also possibly for the pound dollar as well. But today we're talking about CAD. I want to focus a little bit more on CAD. Retail sales number coming from the Canadians. Previously was 18%, expected to be 24%. Retail sales month on month. Previous 18%, expected 24%. Core retail sales 10%, expected 14%. So we're expecting to see quite a big jump, especially in retail sales number, quite a big jump for the Canadians. If that happens, what does that mean? There's going to be a bit of a strengthening in the Canadian dollar. All right, it's going to be a strengthening in Canadian dollar. We're likely to see a bit more of a downward move in the Canadian. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm going to be like, okay, wait, US dollar has been strengthening a little bit because of what was said in FOMC, or the meeting minutes that got released in FOMC. But right now, 8:30 tonight, we're going to see retail sales number going to be quite positive. We're going to see some strengthening in the Canadian dollar. So with all that in mind, we're going to later I'll tell you about how we're going to look at the Canadian, the US CAD as a chart, and the profit levels and your targets. Okay, so not much other news coming out tonight. Because we're at the end of the week, I want you to prepare also for next week. You don't want to jump into a trade and then worry about it for next week. Early Monday morning, we're going to have retail sales number for New Zealand coming out. Nothing much on Tuesday. Wednesday, again, nothing much. Thursday, nothing much, but Jackson Hole starts on Friday, and then we got all the reserve bankers probably going to be speaking from Jackson Hole onward. So not much happening, but that Friday news, that Thursday, Friday, where all the reserve bankers are going to start speaking, is probably going to bring a little bit more volatility into the markets. So what I expect to happen over next week is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be quite quiet. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're going to see the markets probably consolidate, not have a real direction over that period of time. And then you're going to see some additional volatility coming through on Thursday and Friday as reserve bankers start sharing about how they view the economy. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit quiet. Don't be too rushed to try and jump into any trades, especially next week. With that said, let's look into the charts. Okay, so you can see my chart. This is the US CAD. I know it's a little bit small. I'll zoom in shortly. Right now, you can see that the US CAD on the H4 time frame has been pretty much on that downward move since mid of July, heading lower, 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 lower. Right now, it seems that it's broken below this 1.32 level. It's broken below this 1.32 level. If we do see the stronger US, the stronger Canadian number coming out, we could see, I'll zoom in here, we could see a continual downward move on the US CAD. Okay, we could see that continual downward move on the US CAD because stronger Canadian dollar. The US dollar being stronger has moved already. We have seen a little bit of weakness come back into it. So right now, I would say don't jump into any trade right now. Look to sell. Okay, US CAD, look to sell below 1.3140. All right, below 1.3140. Sell towards 1.3065. That's about a good 60 something, 70 pips. Take profit there. Stop loss at about 30 pips or even 40 pips at about 1.3180. Okay, so this is a interim kind of trade. 40 pip stop loss, 60, 70 pip take profit. It is not the best trade in terms of risk reward. It is not the best trade in terms of setup. It's not a textbook setup. It is something that is possibly going to be driven because of the news, right? So, I would say that put your pending order there, look for the news. If it does come out stronger at about 24%, might be 23, 24, 25% on retail sales, we could see that downward move. But don't be too greedy at this point, because 1.3065 is a very low point. If I put it on the daily time frame, zoom it out a bit, you can see that the last time it reached 1.3065 was back in January this year. So we are in August now, 8 months past at a support level. It can get there, but possibly not straight down, right? You get close and then maybe bounce back up. So be a little bit more conservative in this case. don't expect it to drop like a rock towards that point and beyond. It will get there maybe because of the news, but be a little bit more careful. Okay, so that was the US CAD. I wanted to touch back on what I shared yesterday. The US yen, US yen, I was saying that at that point we're looking at it possibly coming back down towards the 105.41 level. It's done that exactly. I have not changed this brown line that I drew yesterday. So, I hope that some of you have gotten into that trade, that good 40 pip move downwards right now. Possibly going to continue towards the 105.40 level before we see whether it's going to break or bounce at this point. Okay, so this is also the reason why I say make sure you take some action from these currency calls because we are drawing, I don't know how, fantastic lines, fantastic projections. Make sure you try and take some action on that. Any questions on the US CAD or any on the currencies? Yes, Ibrahim. Sorry to ask, I'm in buy for US yen from 106.96. Can I hold on to it? 106. Oh, Ibrahim, what did you do? What did you do? 106.96. You're buying there. I feel your pain. I feel your pain right now. Oh, 105. Oh, so you had a typo. Okay. Oh, I don't feel so painful now. Still a little bit of pain. 105. Well, okay. Ibrahim, first thing I'll tell you to do, you need to get onto Traders Club. Okay, you need to get onto Traders Club. You need to prevent yourself from getting into these positions. I don't know what kind of trade sizing you have or what kind of risk management you have in place at this point, and what kind of pain you can sustain, right? But I would say that do your own analysis. Make sure you. I'm just giving my point of view. I would say hold on to it unless it breaks below 105.41, then close out the trade. Right now, I still do think that there's possibility that it could bounce back up if it doesn't break below 105.41. So it still depends on where your stop loss levels are, where your risk reward ratio or where your risk is. Yeah, so about there, but I hope that you take your other considerations into mind as well. Okay, make sure you join Traders Club. I would hope that you would avoid that situation. Any other questions? No. Do you trade looking, Thomas, my buddy in Jakarta is asking, do you trade looking at the currency strength meter too? Yes, sometimes. Thomas, I don't think you are, being my buddy, I don't think you are on Traders Club. Make sure you're signed up to Traders Club. We do share the currency strength meter there with the whole correlation tables as well. So it's all there to prevent you from jumping into terrible trades. Ibrahim needs that as well. Okay, so no other questions. Looking at Bitcoin. Who trades Bitcoin? Thomas does. Well, Philippine Thomas, not Indonesia Thomas. All right, so he was just asking about cryptocurrency. So the last time I spoke about, well, the last two times I spoke about Bitcoin, the first one was there. I was saying that it can get to 12,000. Then 14th of August, I spoke about Bitcoin again, saying that if it fails to break 12,000, we could see it come back down. It did exactly that. It came down and it's still sitting in this range. I really do believe that despite the hype, despite all the risk and fear happening in the markets right now, we are likely to see Bitcoin sit within the 12,000 and 11,000 range. It's not going to do that much within that range. It's going to trap a lot of people thinking that it looks like it's going to break 12,000. They jump into a trade, it comes straight back down. Once it breaks 11,000, they think it's going to go all the way down. They sell, it goes back up. So it's going to trade within that range. I would say stay out of cryptos right now, or if you really have deep pockets, like some of my friends here, I'm seeing their faces and smiling, right? Then buy on value. So when it drops, look to buy. When it drops, look to buy. But this is going to be a trade or investment that you would hold for the medium to longer term. You might see a lot of downside before you see that upside. So buy on value, but don't get too greedy. If it gets to 12 or even, I don't think you'll get to 15 in a hurry. You know, if you buy on value and it gets to even 13, get out. Get out because it is going to have that volatility. We're seeing things stabilize a little bit more. We're seeing reserve prices, reserve currency, reserve commodities not rocket as much. So we're probably not going to see Bitcoin rocket too much as well. Okay, so make sure you I would take Bitcoin as a bit of an interest rather than something than the core money maker instrument that we'll be looking at. I'm super happy today. We are on our 100th currency call. I've just been receiving a lot of messages from our Forex Briefcase investors because we're at about 5.7% returns this month on the managed account. If you are looking at the managed account as well, you know, the link is there. Click and find out more. We have severely oversubscribed on the 4-day course, so I'm looking forward to that as well. If you have any other questions, Thomas, with what lot size are we trading in Forex? Thomas, depends on your capital amount. Depends on your capital amount. Depends on your risk appetite. Depends on how many trades you'll be looking to jump into. But Thomas, make sure you join the free 4-day program because that is exactly what I'll be coaching you through. Okay. That's it. Oh wait, Chandler, do you same trade principles apply when you trade with BTC? And why do you sit from TradingView from MP4? Because I don't trade Bitcoin. I buy and hold and leave it and forget. So I don't use MP4 to buy. I use other platforms which I'm not going to tell you about. But yeah, so I don't use the same exact principles because the way I trade and the way I'm going to teach you how to trade is looking at both economics and technical reasons to enter a trade. Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies lack that economic reason, lack that fundamental driver. It's more technical. So slightly different, same but different. Okay. Yeah, stay away from BTC for now. I would say that. Short and sharp. Okay, so with that said, Jonathan, you can take it back.
Okay, thank you, Jin, for your analysis today. I hope you guys have enjoyed the session. I've just launched a poll before you leave. Please help me to fill that in so that we know how to improve in the future. Okay, and don't forget to get your free space for our 4-day session. Okay, the links and promo code is on the chat. So please remember to sign up before you leave. Okay, and for members, please remember that follow up from today's morning session. Kenneth will be on Facebook Live tonight at 9 p.m. to provide you with updates should anything be moving from Jin's analysis. So please show him some support and attend the session. Casey Kenneth is already grinning from year to year with expecting your attendance tonight. All right, so have a good weekend. Trade safe, not so much trading for the weekend. Trade safe next week. See you again on next Monday morning. Thank you very much.